This week on Ellessare Ventures.
Indeed, we'll see where it takes us.
Hello, good morning. It is a snowy morning for us.
Now, did you want to pull that blind down?
Yeah.
There's not so much glare.
It's a little bright.
Got whiteout conditions out here.
It's a blizzard.
So we moved over to Ashland area in Kentucky from the Salt Lick area.
Yeah.
We're at a different KOA, so we're back at the KOA.
Sure are.
And we've got about 6 inches of snow outside right now.
Yeah.
Started snowing last night. It was Friday. And it hasn't stopped since. So
Yeah.
Landon's outside. He borrowed a snow bib from the neighbors. So he's out there playing, having a good time.
Yeah, so I guess we can talk a little bit about the neighbors then.
They might as well. Brought them up, didn't I?
Yeah. So we rolled in here. They weren't here when we first got here. But funny enough, they are from Oregon. And they also packed up everything they owned, sold their house, and came out here to buy house and land. So that was kind of interesting and unique. Like, what are the chances that we would run into someone doing the same thing?
Yep.
Like 2 hours from us, because they said they were from
The Lebanon area.
Lebanon,
Yeah.
Oregon. So
Ended up thousands of miles away,
yeah.
and here
So
we are.
strange.
Yeah. They're going to be living about an hour away from us, so
Mhm.
maybe we'll be able to make connections. And, you know, they don't have any family here. We don't have any family here, so,
Yeah,
you know, it's always cool to meet people that are like-minded doing similar things. So.
for sure. Yeah. So we thought that was pretty interesting, and of course Landon's having fun, being able to play with kids and, you know, in the snow and all that stuff. All that fun stuff.
And that fun stuff.
But when we first got here, it was raining a few days, so we didn't do a whole lot. We did end up going over to Huntington, West Virginia, because we are so far east, where we're only 20 minutes away from the Kentucky border, basically. And we checked out their art museum there. That was cool.
Yep, Tuesdays were free days, and we ended up going on a Tuesday. But also, that's free for veterans and their families, so either way, we would have had it for free.
Exactly.
So it was a nice little outing. They had a plant conservatory in there, so we
Mhm.
geeked out in there. They had a few aquatic displays, so Landon was having a good time looking at the fish and stuff. So
The axolotls.
the axolotls. I
They're
don't even
so
know if I'm saying
strange.
that right. Landon insists that's it. I believe him.
They're strange. We do have a video clip and some pictures, so we'll probably throw that up here if you haven't already seen it on Instagram. Hey guys,
What's up?
we decided to travel to West Virginia because, you know, why not? Killing some time here. We left our RV camp and went over to a new one in Ashland, Kentucky, which is like the eastern border. It's like 30 minutes from West Virginia, or Huntington, West Virginia. So that's where we're at. We're in Huntington, and we're gonna check out this little art museum that also has some plants in it.
Plant conservatory inside. I can see it from here. It looks like it's got a bunch of tropical stuff, so it should be pretty cool. And interestingly enough, they got Chihuly glass here too.
You look
So
all hunched over.
I'm trying to be in your video.
Landon's in the back playing Pokemon Go because there's a bunch of Pokestops and gyms here. We're gonna take them over, right? Right, Landon? Why are you walking away? Why are you walking away?
did
What's
it.
your thoughts? We did it.
We saw the plants. We saw the arts.
Yeah.
Got out some farts.
The plants were, the conservatory was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that was the best part of it. The art was okay. They had a lot of modern art in the beginning of it, I guess the first couple rooms. The glass is cool. Some paintings. We took some pictures and a little bit of video.
They had a bunch of weapons.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
like primitive or like the beginning of, what is it, rifles and handguns
They had everything.
and the history of it.
Yeah.
But I like the conservatory more.
Yeah, it was really cool. They had some fish in there and some axolotls. Landon really got a kick out of those.
Yeah, maybe we'll get him to actually get on video and talk a little bit about it and what he thinks about them. So, yeah. But now we gotta go figure out what else to do.
Yep.
So another thing that we did in West Virginia was go to their little shopping center thing. It's called Pullman Shopping Center.
Pullman Square Shopping Center. It's a kind of an outdoor open mall kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. They had this, what is it, Inner Geek store?
Inner Geek store, yeah.
So lots of comic books and
figurines
Funko
and
Pops
Funko Pops, comic books, yeah.
everything you can think of. Video
games. Jinx.
So that was kind of cool to check out, and I think we do have some photos of that little shopping area as well. So we might pop those in here.
Here they come.
The other thing about Huntington, we got one more thing.
One more thing.
We drove through one of the rainy days of like their downtown area, and we saw their Marshall Stadium. Marshall's the school there, the college.
Marshall University. You might have heard of it from the movie We Are Marshall.
Yes. So we ended up getting the movie We Are Marshall because, when in Rome.
You got to know the history.
Yes. So if you haven't seen that, check it out because it is a pretty good movie.
It's a good story.
They did it well.
Yeah, and in knowing that, I think if we would have saw the movie first before we went there, we'd have had a little bit more interest in actually seeing the campus itself. After seeing the whole story of We Are Marshall. If you haven't heard, it's basically, back in 1970, there was a plane crash that killed the entire football team almost. Kind of a sad story, but the movie, puts it in a positive light of how they recovered. So
yeah,
it's a good story.
Let's see, what else did we do? We took a day trip over to Ohio because, again, we're right near the border here. We did some thrifting. We found some coffee.
Yeah.
So that's what we're drinking today.
We got fresh dark roast going on.
Yeah, we ran out of the coffee that we got in New Mexico, finally. And we were desperate, and we bought some coffee at Walmart, thinking that could tide us over until we could, get your guys' lovely gifts once we send out our address or P.O. box. But I was so convinced the other day that we bought Starbucks Pike Roast because I literally put it in the cart and I forgot that I took it out of the cart and swapped it with Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, I don't know why, but they're probably both mediocre in their own way, I guess.
Probably.
So yeah, that we had one morning of Dunkin' Donuts and we were just on a mission to find some coffee, and then we found some. It was called The Lofts.
The
right?
Lofts, yeah, they were a coffee shop and a roastery.
Yeah.
Pretty neat little cafe, if you will. They serve drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, so kind of cool. We made it in there at just the nick of time. We were there at about 5:45 and they closed at 6, so we were able to jump in there and get a bag of coffee.
Yep.
It's actually pretty decent. I'm enjoying it. So we got a resource to hit up if we need to. That's not too far away.
Exactly. But we still miss the coffee from back home. So
quit begging them for coffee.
I'm not begging, guys. I'm just saying. Just saying. And if if you can find a way to ship some cheese, I don't know.
Can you ship cheese? How would that end up?
We don't.
Maybe on dry ice.
We don't know the rules of these things.
You'd think being so close to Wisconsin that there would be some Wisconsin cheeses, but it's just Cracker Barrel cheese and Kraft.
And they're like, well, they have Tillamook too, right? But they're like really tiny blocks.
They do have the small. Well, I've seen it once, a small box of Tillamook.
Yeah. So, what can you do? We just gotta really dig deep and find some good stuff around here.
Definitely.
But I guess we'll jump right into the house update.
So we bought a house.
We bought a house. We signed closing paperwork yesterday. We wired the money. It is all ours.
Our money bags are
a little less
heavy.
Light.
Yeah. We're gonna get better gas mileage now. Not hauling around so much money.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting. We're excited. We didn't go to the house right after signing closing paperwork because we're staying 2 hours away from where we were signing the closing paperwork, and we knew the snowstorm was coming, so we haven't been there yet.
So no pictures yet. Sorry.
We'll go there Monday.
Next video for sure.
Yeah, and so next video I'll show you some snippets of the house and the land that it's on. We were fortunate enough to be able to talk to the owner of the property, and he was telling us a little bit of the history of it. I don't know if you want to touch on that, so I'm not the one talking all and yapping everyone's ear off.
I mean, you're doing so good at it. You're on a roll. Yeah, so we talked to him. We were there waiting for the electrician to come by so they could do their inspection. And dude rolled up, and we were like, "The electrician?" He's like, "Nope, I'm the owner." So he ended up actually sitting there and talking to us for about 45 minutes or so, kind of telling us the history of the house. It was for his parents. He bought it, I think back in he said 90s, but it was 2001.
Yeah.
So he's had it for a while.
Yeah.
His parents had lived there, and they've since passed. So now they're just, looking to recoup the money from the property. And I guess they have about 3 other properties around there. They got a big cattle farm that they run, and you can actually see it from the back patio of our house. You can see his cattle up on the hillside, so that's kind of cool. And then he lives maybe a quarter mile down the road from us in this really cool old house. And actually we were driving past, and I was like, "Hey, do you think anybody lives in that place?" Because it kind of looks like a schoolhouse almost, or
Like an old hotel.
Old hotel. I think it was an old hotel and a bank at one point.
Yeah.
So it's got the nice pillars out front, and it's all brick.
It's pretty cool.
It is a pretty cool house, and it's right off the old railroad tracks. The house, he said, that we're buying is actually from the railroad tracks. Apparently it's an old Sears and Roebuck house, and they used to ship them on the railroad, and then they'd haul them off the rails to their building site and assemble them there.
Yeah.
And Sherry said, how many pieces do you say they came in?
Yeah, so I was doing some history on it because I thought it was fascinating that you could buy home at a catalog and essentially build it yourself. So they would ship them on the railroads, and there are 30,000 pieces, and they came with like 75 different instruction manuals because it was so detailed, because the homeowner was the one building it, so it would tell exactly how many nails goes in each piece of lumber, and it's pretty interesting. And I was reading exactly how you can tell it's a Sears and Roebuck house. So the hinges, and there's like stencil marks in the lumber. So once we start really digging in the house, we'll see if it's actually true.
Yeah. So it's pretty exciting. We're excited to get started. We got some logistical things to work out. We've got to I think we're going to get a shipping container to store all our stuff in while we're working on the house. We'll probably park the trailer at the house while we're working on it. But we're ready to roll up our sleeves, I think, and get going.
Yeah.
We're pretty excited.
Definitely.
Have I said that yet? We're excited.
Yeah, we're excited. We know it's a lot of work, but we're ready to get going. We're ready to get all of our stuff over here and feel officially moved, officially like Kentucky residents. I mean, we still have to register the kid in school. We still have to get driver's license. There's still some some things get done. But
that was another interesting point. The people that own the house, the wife of the guy we met, what was her name, Barbara?
Mm-hmm.
She actually was a teacher at the school that Lana will be going to.
Yeah.
So
it's a really small community.
it is. Yeah.
She was telling us that a lot of their family is our neighbors. So
Including across the street.
Yeah, his son lives across the street from us. So we'll be getting to know everyone.
We'll be a part of the small town life.
Yeah. But we're excited for it. I mean, he already offered for us to use his tractor if we needed it. So, I mean, we already got an in.
Yeah. So I think we're going to try to unfreeze our hose. We got a little freezing issues, but next time we'll show you parts of the house and go from there. So,
Yeah.
Bye.
Stay tuned. Bye.
Like and subscribe for more amazing content, and comment down below what you liked most about this video.
So we did it.
We did it.
We bought a house.
We bought a house. All hours. All hours.
How do you feel about it, babe?
Excited. I feel a little bit more poor. But that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we're excited.
We're excited.
We're excited. This is a new journey.
Relieved to have the process done
Yeah.
as far as buying.
Yeah. I don't want to sign any more papers.
Yeah. No more checks.
No more checks.
No more wire transfers.
No more money wire transfers. Excited to get into the house. Start moving our stuff over here.
Yep.
You know, that's going to be a process, but we're going to do it.
We did it. What's Landon think? There you have it. It was boring.
That's fine.
All right.